What is up, all? First off, I got my first subscriber. I think I mentioned before, but I got my first subscriber. So give me a round of applause. Let's see if I get my first comment. Make it an insult, please. Best one wins a thumbs up, I guess. I don't know. I don't know if that's valuable or not. But okay, let's get into it. We got 12 minutes on this one here. So we gotta move kind of quick. I got a couple players queued up. I think again, I usually queue up some of them just based on ADP, and then maybe put tack on a couple more after that too. So 167 is the pick number 167 here, round 14. Yeah, Thielen and Johnston, two players I got almost none of, but I think there's a place for them if on teams to draft them. On this one here, I got a two QB build going on. I also queued up Derek Carr and Ben Sinnott. Why? So four running backs, and I got anchor running back definitely, and then a pretty good second one. Took him take You can take Pollard really late there, and then I have Chase Brown and Lloyd back here. So I think I have three pretty solid running backs if McCaffrey can do his thing at the top here, and then ended up with a stud tight end, and looks like I hit wide receiver very hard after. So like two little detours, right? Detour for McCaffrey at the very beginning, detour for Kincaid, and the rest I think was a bunch of wide receivers. Let's see if that was the case. Yeah, running back, wide receiver, tight end, running wide receiver, wide receiver, wide receiver. And they got Pollard here in the eighth round, which I like that. Then I went back to back Purdy and Daniels here. Purdy, because I had McCaffrey and Ayuk. I like that pairing. McCaffrey, Ayuk, Purdy. And then it looks like Daniels drops significantly in this draft. So I took him here unstacked, which I actually don't mind because he's got people I can pair up later on with, and because even if he's unstacked, he's supposed to get some stuff with his legs, right? So it doesn't matter either way. Let's make sure we got 10 minutes left on this one. So I went so hard at wide receiver here, and I think I'm getting better at this as I look at more of these, at what I should really be doing. I, I would, in the past, again, just pick Thielen probably, and be like, yeah, I got a player that fell a lot. But one, two, three, four, five receivers in my first seven picks. Then I followed with Wicks here, who I think that's, look at this Green Bay here. That's nice too. Um, these wide receivers don't offer anything for me, really. I queued up Carr and Sinnott. Well, Sinnott definitely because I have Daniels also here. I probably don't want to take a wide receiver because I'm only going to take one or two more, three more most wide receivers, I guess. And um, is there someone that I could get from San Francisco? Someone that I could pair up with Jaden Daniels, or or if I take Carr here, who I have Olave, can I grab uh, a New Orleans Saint late as well? Who's left? Just probably like Perry is my guess, because there's a bunch of mid-tier Saints right to go. Take a look here. Yeah, A.T. Perry would be and he goes the very end. I can get him with my last pick or second to last pick here if I want to. I think this build, because I've spent like very little on quarterback, is a three QB build. I gotta have my McCaffrey running my running back room with one of these guys helping hold down the number two spot. I have a bunch of top four receivers here. These two are a little iffy maybe, but Olave and Flowers hopefully, and then one of these two kind of hitting on my flex there. ideally, Wicks maybe becomes something. I think this is a 3Q8 QB build. Let's make sure we just drag him to the top just in case. I think it's a 3QB build that makes sense here because now I have 3 different stacks. I can stack them all more. I can get 1 or 2 tight ends. I got Sinnott here, who's probably my next pick, by the way, right? Like it's 70 here, a little before ADP, but I only got 1 tight end so far. And is he's the second best tight end on the board here. Johnson's falling. That would be fun if I could get Johnson really late, if it made sense. A.T. Perry. I think I mentioned Pearsall before. Is he still available in this one, or did he get to draft? He's probably, yeah, he got taken already, but I got McCaffrey back here that I can take. So I can get the McCaffrey brothers on the team. That'd be there we go. The title of another video, right? McCaffrey brothers. Get the McCaffrey brothers on a team, and A.T. Perry maybe as well, like I was saying. Also, I could, if I want a different third tight end, I can also go and grab Kraft all the way down here at the end, who's been falling towards the end too. So I got a couple players that I can grab with, picks 19, 20 that I actually kind of dig in this setup here. I like it. I think Derek Carr is the right pick here to have a balanced team, which is what I need here instead of just a bunch of players fighting over top scores in ways that don't help. Okay, Derek Carr it is on this pick. 5 minutes to spare, cutting it close. But I like it, Derek Carr. Okay. I've also, as I take him here, a theme for a lot of these recent drafts has been, oh my gosh, my QBs are horrible here. I've been waiting too long. So it feels nice to have a board like this. Purdy, Daniels, Carr. It's like I kind of, whether they just fell to me or I caught it and fixed a mistake. And this is probably the board fell to me, truthfully, right? Like Daniels doesn't fall this far. And I think Carr, I just got a little bit past ADP as well. And this guy could have taken Carr maybe also. He took Young. Did Young make sense for him? Yeah, he's got Deontay Johnson, so maybe that's why he did that one right there. Okay, well, I got Derek Carr on this team, and I think this is a really nice team that I got going on right here. I need fill out the running back room a little bit, fill out the wide receiver and tight end room, but I got plenty of candidates for all that. Okay, next one it is. Not under the clock here. I got Bo Nix queued up. This is round 17. I got Kim queued up just because he's always like the last QB that is available. And if I don't need anything else, I think it's nice to just kind of snag another one on a team. I don't know if this is one of those teams though. I do have two QBs. I got Hurts to start out with, so Hurts and Watson. I got 2 tight ends. Sinnott again here. Who's my other tight end? Ferguson. So this one here is probably a 3 tight end build. I don't think it has to be a 3 QB build. I got 7 wide receivers already on this one. And it looks like I went heavy at wide receiver at the beginning. So, oh yeah, look, see, I have more queued up here at the end. And maybe I take him at 206, maybe not. It looks like I kind of told myself that another tight end maybe is in order before Elijah Moore. And I got Foreman here too. I could have just put them all based on ADP also. Got Bo Nix first. No, I got Foreman down here and then Jonnu Smith right here. I got Jonnu Smith over Gesicki. I think I like Jonnu Smith more. maybe they get creative as far as finding ways to get him the ball for some big plays. While Cincinnati just doesn't seem like they've done anything with their tight end in any of the years. So Gesicki's the most receiving tight end they've had. I mean, Irv Smith Jr., I guess, last year, kind of a receiving tight end, just hasn't really lived up to the potential. Gesicki's even more athletic, if I'm not mistaken. So the correlation on this one would be, do I have, yeah, with Higgins, there'd be some correlation there if I got Gesicki. And do I have a Miami player? I do not have a Miami player. So I think I probably put it this way because if I do take Foreman, maybe he makes the decision for me, takes Johnny Smith, so I don't gotta worry about it and just take Gesicki. He's got three. No, we're going this way. He's got two tight ends. Who are his tight ends? Schultz and Okonkwo. Whoa. So he could go three tight end build here also. He's not going to take another QB, so I could also. Oh, these tight ends could fall further. 2-2-1-3-2-3. Let's see. He's not taking a tight end. Who's he? A tight end? Goddard and Otten. He doesn't need to take a tight end. You never know though. Njoku, Musgrave. I don't think he really needs to take another tight end. They could. They don't need to though. He does. He's got three. He's got two studs. He doesn't need to. Kelsey, Frymus. I don't think so. He definitely needs. I mean, he could obviously because this guy's got Laporta and then Powers and then he took Hill. So anything's possible. This guy's got one. He definitely needs one more. This guy's got two in Ingram and he took Likely. He needs another one. And he's got Pitts and Sanders. So he probably needs another one as well, or maybe needs another one. So basically, if I don't take Bo Nix here, I'd have to hope that he gets back around. Again, we got Prescott and Fields. So I could see him taking Bo Nix because he's only got one starter to start the season. So basically, either way, I don't have, and I don't need one of them. I have two tight ends right now. Who do I got? Yeah, Sinnott and him. So I don't need another tight end. Do I need a third quarterback? Watson is, he's got potential to be all that, right? He's also got the like he's shown to be all nothing recently over the last year, and obviously the year before that he was not playing. At least the whole year wasn't playing, or just part of the year, I'm not sure. I got Foreman queued up. I got Ford here. I know. So this is actually, I do like the Foreman pick there. This might be controversial, and he could get sniped from me too because he's only got 5 running backs, but not that he should. He took 2. He's got 3 pretty top ones. He's got Miller and McLaughlin. ADP, yeah, I mean, he has the top rated based on ADP. This is interesting because basically I got to pick 2. I think I like Foreman. I like Foreman most here, I think. I don't need Nick. I could take him on the way back around too. I guess Foreman is the one player I think that I want the most here, just because if you look at my running backs, I didn't take any running backs in this league at all until what round? 10. Oh my gosh, that's forever. And I haven't invested enough in it either. I mean, I've tried to. Let's see what I got. Went 3 in a row. Robinson, Ford, Dowdle. So 3 like committee. I do think I got the better end of the committee in all 3 of these. The more exciting, definitely, end of this. I realized I needed a second QB at some point in time, and he matched up with Ford, and I could take, Elijah Moore later on if I really wanted to as well. So that made sense. Then I made sure I got another running back. Again, the more exciting, not the more exciting part. Jones is exciting too, but the younger part of the committee here. This was probably just a bad pick. Was it? Oh no, was it Irving? Tracy. No, I mean that's fine, I guess. Oh, Allen was taken here. I keep on wanting to get him, and I haven't gotten him at all. But it's kind of missed the boat on that a little bit as far as getting him for cheap. Uh, took a little detour right here. Got another running back right here for Tampa Bay. I'm trying to think, why did I take? Oh, I got with Brian Robinson. Not that. That's a garbage pairing. As far as I don't think it moves the needle much. Um, and so now the nice thing here is I only really have one. I don't have any real guaranteed the starter running running backs on the team. I got potential, right? Lots of potential, but no real starter. If I take Foreman here, I have a starter, hopefully, if one of them gets a majority of the work between Ford and Foreman. And I think I need that to have a chance, right? Like I don't want to fall farther behind than I need to at that position. Who else is available? You know, there's garbage available after that. I mean, nothing that's going to help me. Nothing's going to help me. At least right away. Does Sanders get the job right away? I got Hubbard queued up in another one, so I hope Sanders doesn't take the job right away at the beginning. Or wait for Brooks. Okay, we're definitely going Foreman here. We're going to reevaluate the next pick. It could be any of these guys, and I mean, I don't think there's really a running back here that makes sense. That being said, I think I do need to get more running backs on this team. There's around 17, so 3 picks left. I think it's supposed to be a 2 QB build, and I'm going to try to get lucky at running back. I might end up taking Sanders on this team. It might make sense. Madison, I might take as well. But he's not going to have the starting job to begin with. Yeah. I might take Foreman, and then I'm not sure what I'll take after that. But I think I need to probably take more running backs to go along with a third tight end. So I'll have some 18, 19, 3 picks left. I think I might even skip more in this build. I think I got to skip more in this build and just go running back, tight end after I take Foreman here. No, that'll give me to 6. So, at least one more running back after Foreman and one more tight end. So I could go more or it's just what I want to go QB or wide receiver. I feel like it's probably QB potentially. I'll have to think about it. Even if I'm going to think about it, but I'm actually thinking maybe Bo Nix. I don't know if Moore moves the needle much at all. Even though I have Watson, there's actually another wide receiver, 2 wide receivers that were drafted late that maybe they eat into Moore's time because he didn't really make it happen last year. Like people were hoping, like I was hoping, to tell the truth. That's some of my drafts. Okay, we're going Foreman. I think that's actually a really good pick here. And I know most people don't like the 2 running backs, same team from what I've read. I think it makes sense. We're doing it. Foreman it is. I like that pick. Okay. This is the one that I care about the most probably. This is the tournament one, and I still like what we're doing in this tournament. In fact, we're gonna I got Hubbard queued up here. He wasn't taken. I didn't expect him to be taken. And this is when I got Brooks. So 2 drafts in a row, I'm going to do something that other people would be screaming, shouting at, I think, and take 2 running backs on the same team. And I think for the same reason as well, basically. And I feel good about it. I feel good about it. Okay. Um, I got Sinnett here. I've drafted him a ton, and he's fallen. So I made some mistakes earlier in some drafts, but this one I think makes a lot of sense here. Um, when it came back around, to me here, Sinnett was available, and good thing I took him because it look at this. He took 2 tight ends right here in a row. One of them I'm kind of bummed about actually, because I wanted him to be an option later on for me in Gesicki, because I got Burrow here. And if I want to go 3 tight ends, I don't need to. I got Kincaid. But if I wanted to, I wanted to correlate it with Gesicki. Um, there's still Sanders left, I think. So maybe that's from Carolina. So that might be the only. I got one left, which kind of stinks. Otten was the other guy that was kind of in play, and Otten went here, so I was kind of sweating it a little bit if Sinnett got taken or not. There was a guy that had he has no tight ends yet, and so I was like, oh gosh, I'm gonna get sniped here, but I didn't. He took Gibson here, which kind of makes sense as well, right? He's only got 2 running backs, and so he wanted to invest in another running back here. He sees that. I mean, we know he's not taking more, but he sees I only have 4, so I'm probably taking a running back. He's got 5. He could be taking a running back too, but he did invest very heavily here, so I don't think he would be. So unless Gibson was the top based on ADP, he might not have had to take that. Well, I mean, yeah, unless he was the top, and Gibson doesn't really align with my team, but maybe he's thinking I wouldn't take 2 people from the same team. Let's take a look here. We can show drafted as well. Gibson, 162. Okay, he did take the top bill based on ADP is what he did. Got it. If he liked it, he liked it. Cool. I'm going Hubbard here, and let me explain why really quick. And it's actually the same explanation as the Foreman pick as well. I drafted running backs really late in this one too. I took detours at tight end and QB, it looks like, on my way to a bunch of wide receivers. And then I started going running back. Then I went running back, another running back sprinkled in some other players as we've been going along as well here. So I only have on this team one kind of not even basically guaranteed starter. We'll call him the starter to start the season in Zach Moss. He could lose the job to Chase Brown, maybe even in the preseason. Hopefully not, but he could even lose the job to Chase Brown. So let's assume he has the job to start. If he does, I have one starter in Zach Moss on a nice offense, and then I have Brooks, who might not even start the season on the active roster, and then I have Robinson, who is the more exciting of a committee. Chandler, who I'm thinking is going to be part of a committee. I don't think Jones is going to get all the work. He never really has gotten all the work, and so Chandler's part of a committee there. And so I only have one starting running back here. Hubbard is ideally going to get me through the beginning of the season here, assuming Brooks doesn't play, and hopefully he takes instead of Miles Sanders. Hubbard did finish the season strong last year. And so maybe Hubbard starts the first couple of weeks, maybe even more than the first couple of weeks, right? First half of the season or something like that. And while he's doing that, it's giving a chance for Brooks to ramp up. Hopefully Moss still has secured the job. Maybe Robinson has proven that Eckler doesn't need to be where he is, and maybe Jones is hurt as well. You know, you're never wishing for injuries, but he is considered injury prone by many. So we feel really good about this pick here. In Hubbard, he gets me, it's not an exciting pick for the playoffs, but that's where Brooks comes into play. This is to help get me there, which is more important than even, if you don't get there, you can't win it. So get me there. And then I have some intriguing things I can do after this. I still need more running backs, but some of the stuff that I've read or listened to is talking about how when you get into the playoffs, if you get in the playoffs, 3 QBs is nice. I got a chance at Derek Carr, not Derek Carr, sorry, Bryce Young coming back around. If he came back around, that would be pretty sweet. So I'm kind of, hoping for that. I think we'll have to evaluate and see. But Bryce Young could come around. Also, Denver lines up with some of these teams in the playoffs. I'm gonna miss out on their wide receivers, I think, when I was looking at it last. But maybe I just take a naked Bo Nix at the end, and that's like a third QB and a playoff player if things go a certain way in the playoffs. Let's see here really quick. What's Denver got going on in the playoffs? Yeah, they're playing Cincinnati, and Cincinnati is one of my stacks here. And they're also playing Dallas, who I got, their #1 wide receiver on here. I was hoping to maybe get one of the Dallas running backs, but I didn't get them. Where'd they go? Why did I miss them? Dowdle right here. I would have had to pass on Jaden Daniels, or hope that yeah, I'm not getting him back. So yeah, I feel good. I mean, that's fine. It is what it is. And I kind of, if there's one piece you want on this team that's by itself, I think it's CeeDee Lamb. They're pepper targets, and there's no reason to continue pepper targets. So uh, that's the right pick to have. If you're gonna have one wide receiver on the team or one player on the team only, I think that's the one to have. I can grab one of their backup wide receivers late too if I want to stack it that way, which might make sense actually. Dallas plays Philadelphia in the last week, and I do have Smith, and they also played Tampa Bay and Carolina the weeks before that. So stacking up and making a bet with a second piece of Dallas makes sense if it makes the playoffs here. This is a team that's kind of fallen into place for the most part. I think so. We're going Hubbard. We're going Hubbard. Yeah. Draft. Okay, we got one more left. J.K. Dobbins. Yeah, I'm not taking you. Let's throw you down there. Hey, Gibson, who are we talking about here? I got a bunch of running backs queued up. Is this another team? Yeah, look at this. I got Warren as my first running back. Singletary. Then we got Corum Miller. Naked Levis right now on this team. This is one of those ones where, things weren't going too hot at QB after the first one. I gotta do some research and figure out how to adjust that so I can feel better and feel like I'm not scrambling as I move through the draft. How do I get more strategic early on, more consistently when things aren't going perfect, basically? That is my homework. That being said, one thing I think I adjusted here was I was willing to take Levis here on this one, knowing that while there are none of their hardcore players left and their top 2 wide receivers are gone, their top 2 running backs are gone. I got none of them. They do have 2 more wide receivers and a tight end, and I do need at least one more tight end because I got Kittle. At least one more tight end, so that gives me a reason to grab Chig in this one, and I do need at least one more wide receiver, and it could be one of the 2 that are left from Tennessee. I do think a Treylon, I think a Treylon Burks with like the last pick looks good here. I mean, it probably means nothing, but I don't need Boyd. What's Boyd going to do on this team? Not a whole lot, I think. So I do like that pick right there. So I guess the what I need right now is running backs because Levis, I got no running backs that I compare with him. Uh, this might be a 3 QB build as well, just because I waited so long and I do have Singletary here. Jones is available, right? So do I have anything else? Also, week 14. That's not the greatest if I did that. Uh, Actually, but Jones might not even be starting in week 14 anyways. So I guess I can take that up. Oh, okay. I think this gives me the answer here. We are going. I can't really pair up their wide receivers though with them. I was going to say if we go Gibson, then that opens up Drake May and Henry. If he falls further, and then I don't take Chig. Um, but it opens up options, and options are good. I think the only problem is well, how many wide receivers do I got that aren't week 14? 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 4 wide receivers that aren't week 14. So I could grab some New England wide receivers at the end of the draft here too. Hey, there's Pearsall. Wrong draft. There's Polk 174. So there's a chance he falls to the next pick, but then I wouldn't get. Yeah, things would have to fall really crazy for me to be able to end up with Drake May, Henry, and Polk. I'd have to pick my choice here on that one, basically, if I did that. It's between Gibson and Vidal. As we're talking it through, and that kind of being impossible to grab that stack, which one do I go with? Let's talk this through just a little bit more here. I do have a bunch of San Fran guys, so Mitchell is also, and I need running backs on this team, definitely, because the only starter I have here is Singletary, and I don't have faith in him to make it through. So if I'm going for the upside, it's Vidal. Vidal. Uh, does Dobbins make the team and start? Do I draft him and hope that's the case? That's let's do we're putting it there. Um, no guarantee he sees the field, right, as a rookie. Gibson, they got him out of free agency. He's going to be a pass catcher, but Rhamondre Stevens could be a pass catcher as well. But you think he's going to be in there on pass catching downs at least? Why would they sign him if they didn't plan to do that? And Elliott did a lot of the pass catching for New England last year, so maybe Rhamondre just isn't the pass catcher, like multi-faceted back that we expected. Thinking through some things here that intriguing. I'm kind of flip-flopping back and forth between these two, to tell you the truth, between Gibson and Vidal. And I got so much uncertainty, and I might not get any points out of this one. This one might hit hard though, potentially, or nothing again. So having, and who knows what these ones are gonna do, right? Like you hope that Warren's gonna, I hope Warren's, gonna do a lot. Singletary, you hope he's just gonna get a lot of reps and compile points over there. I think we're going Gibson on this. Or do I know these two, at least at the beginning of the season, have a role? Gibson's role's never gonna expand. If Gibson's role never expands, I'm just hoping that he stays okay. We know that Los Angeles wants to run no matter what. They're gonna need bodies. We're going. I think we're going Vital on this one. I'm not gonna be able to get that stack, most likely. This pairs that one. This one maybe hits, right? The Vidal one hits. This one's just status quo. Stays the same. And I need something more than stays the same, I think, because can we trust Singletary to make it all the way through? Huh. This is an interesting one right here. I don't know exactly which way to go here with this one. How do I have them ranked? Is that something that I could look at too, right? Let's see here. I know this is super intriguing stuff at this point in time. Okay. Trying to pull it up on my phone here. Having a heck of a time. I think I got Gibson ranked ahead. No, well, it's right here. I got Gibson ranked ahead by one. Where do they go based on ADP? He's also ahead on ADP also. Um, okay, that's it. We're going Gibson here. I think I think it's just a toss up here on this one. I don't think it matters a whole lot either way. We're going Gibson. I do not feel good about this one. I usually say I feel good about it. I do not feel good about this one. We're going Gibson though. Okay. We got the pick. Let me know what you think. I'm particularly interested if you got any feedback on the tournament one. This one a little long, I think. Hopefully you enjoyed it. The last part riveting or not so much. We're gonna figure out the next pick here. Maybe go running back again. I think we got a couple options. See you on the next one. I hope you enjoy. Peace.